Hey guys, Turkey's Clocks here with another set of NFL predictions. This time it's week 9. We gotta go pretty fast here, so let's cut to the chase. So the Tennessee Titans play the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going with Pittsburgh, only because the Titans kind of suck right now, and I know they beat the Falcons, but they're the Falcons, so, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh here. The teams that are on bye weeks, by the way, are the Denver Broncos, the San Francisco 49ers, the Detroit Lions, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we'll only have 14 games this week. So let's... In Frankfurt, we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I am going with my Chiefs, even though we lost to the Denver Broncos. I just can't wrap my head around it at the moment. But, but I'm going with my Chiefs. We will be 7-2, and the Dolphins, they will be 6-3. The Minnesota Vikings take on the Atlanta Falcons. I'm actually going with the Vikings here. The Falcons just benched Desmond Ridder. They're in a bad offensive situation, and they're currently 4-4. I don't understand how that's possible, but the Falcons also have a very late bye week. It's just week 13, so... but I am going with the Minnesota Vikings. They have won 3 straight games, so, and they're currently 4-4. So I think they'll be 5-4 here. The Atlanta Falcons will be 4-5. Also, the Titans will be 3-5, and the Steelers will be somehow 5-3. So. The Chicago Bears take on the New Orleans Saints. I am going with the Saints here. I really don't want to pick the Bears. The Saints looked pretty good against Indy, and I think, the Bears are the Bears, so they'll be 3-6. No, 2-7, actually. And the Saints, they will be 5-4. The Los Angeles Rams take on the Green Bay Packers. I'm actually going to go with the Rams. The Packers kind of suck. I'm sorry. I should not have picked the Packers over the Vikings last week. The Packers suck. So, they're currently 2-5. The Rams are 3-5. But this is quite a nothing game. So, I'm going to go with the Rams. They'll be 4-5. The Packers will be 2-6. So, I'm just going very quickly with these because, I still have to eat dinner. And, get these picks in before the game starts tonight with, the Steelers and the Titans. The Washington Commanders take on the New England Patriots. I'm going to go with the Commanders here. The Patriots are absolute ass. I cannot believe that Bill Belichick still has a job. Well, Bill Belichick's a legacy coach. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame for sure. And if in the offseason he ends up getting fired or he resigns or, he retires, then, yeah, he's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame in about 5 years. But I am going to go with the Washington Commanders that are currently 3-5. I am going to go, and they're going to be 4-5, and the Patriots are going to be 2-7. They're probably going to be one of the first teams eliminated from the playoffs. It's that time now, so November and December. Yeah. The Seattle Seahawks take on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to go with the Ravens here. They looked pretty good against, I forget who they played, but they won. They're 6-2. But I am going with the Ravens. They'll be 7-2, and the Seahawks, they will be 5-3. So not bad, but I think if the 49ers are on a bye week, so I think in essence the 49ers get their division spot back if the Seahawks lose. So anyways, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Houston Texans. I'm going to go with the Bucs. Obviously, they have lost 3 straight games and are now 3-4. I think they will be 4-4 at this point. But I'm not sure who's going to win the division. It's probably going to be Tampa Bay, but, who's going to win this division now? So they'll be 4-4. The Houston Texans, I don't really trust the Texans at the moment, but they are 4-3, I believe. Actually, no, they're 3-4. Never mind. So they just lost to the Carolina Panthers, so that's probably why I'm going with the Bucs over the Texans here. The Arizona Cardinals take on the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to go with the Browns over the Cardinals. The Cardinals are basically tanking for, a top draft pick. And they also get a top draft pick if Houston tanks as well. So, because, they traded in the draft. But I am going to go with the Browns. They will be 5-3. The Arizona Cardinals will be 1-8. And probably will have the worst record in the NFL. So, but I am going with the Browns. The Indianapolis Colts take on the Carolina Panthers. I am picking the Colts. I'm going to go with the Colts, obviously, because, the Colts are kind of bad, but not as bad as the Panthers. They're 1-6. They're probably going to be 1-7. I think the Colts are like 3-4. Actually, no. I don't remember what their record is. But I think they're 3-4 or something. 3-5. They're 3-5. They'll be 4-5. And the Panthers will be 1-7. So the New York Giants take on the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going to go with the Raiders. I really don't want to pick the Giants because obviously their offense is kind of stagnant, and I don't really see the point in picking the Giants because they kind of suck. So, but I am gonna go with the Raiders. They will be. They just lost in embarrassing fashion to the Detroit Lions and are 3-5. Josh McDaniels has been fired, and so has Dave Ziegler. So Champ Bailey and I think Antonio Pierce, our interim head coach and general manager. But yeah, it's just a sad situation in Vegas. But I am going with the Raiders over the Giants. Hopefully Antonio Pierce wins his first game as interim head coach. So that will put them at 4-5. The Giants would be 2-7, I believe. Well, yeah, 2-7. The Dallas Cowboys take on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm actually going to go with the Eagles here. They are probably going to have the league's best record at 8-1, and the Cowboys will be 5-3. They just beat the ever-loving shit out of the Rams. So, yeah. But I am going with the Eagles. They'll be 8-1. Never mind. And the Cowboys will be 5-3. And I think so. Yeah. The Buffalo Bills take on the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday Night Football. I am going to go with the Bills. The last time these two teams squared off, the game was canceled on Monday Night Football. Damar Hamlin went out with an injury, and, he went into cardiac arrest. So Hopefully that does not happen again. So this is kind of the redemption game for that. Anyways, I'm going to go with the Bills. They will be 6-3, and the Bengals, they will be 4-4. So, yeah. And last but not least, we have the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New York Jets. I am going with the Chargers. As much as I do not want the Chargers to win, statistically, I think the Chargers could win. So, yeah, that's what put the Chargers at, I think, 4-4. Because they just beat the Bears, so they're 3-4 at the moment. The Jets, I forget their record. I think they're like 3-4 at the moment. But, I could be wrong. So let's just make sure. They're 4-3, but so this will put them at 4-4 too. So both of these teams will be 4-4 at the end of this game. So anyways, we'll see you guys next week when we cover week 10.